Hello, and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I'm joined today, as ever, by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hey, Tom. Hey, listeners. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good week. Thomas, how have you been without me?
Better than ever, I think, actually. I would say, 100%.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I can see in your eyes, there's a little twinkle that says, I've missed my other Ali.
I don't know about that. I would never refer to you as the other Ali as
we
well.
got, you guys both know we've got producers in, of course, as always, we've got producer Vittorio.
Hello, hello.
And we've got producer Phoebe, who's shadowing.
Oh, hello.
And that's why, and that exactly is why she's not in charge today.
Yeah.
But you guys know what Tom's partner is called?
No way.
Ali, it's also Ali, yeah.
He's obsessed.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And they met in an alley as well. That's so crazy.
Yeah, Ali.
So you've been, not I wasn't here on Tuesday.
Yep.
Which is a shame, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for people who did come down, hoping that I would be there. I'm usually there. I think it's the only one I've missed this year.
I would say you have a 99% chance of Ali Woods being at AIDIF Tuesdays.
Yeah, and at a party or anything you invite him to, I've got good turn-up ability.
He will be there 4 hours before. He will be there 6 hours afterwards.
I'll message you, say, what should I bring?
Yeah.
You're like, it's awake. It's being dealt with. I'm like, okay, I'll bring poppers. But yeah, so sorry to those who came down, but thank you so much for coming down. How was it on Tuesday? And we're there every Tuesday at Vauxhall Comedy Club. AIDIF. One of us will be there.
If anything, if you take anything away from this podcast, is that we're available a lot of the time. You know, we're not strapped for time, guys.
That's
we're there.
When people say, "What's your USP? What's your competitive advantage?"
We can be there.
Lack of calendar, mate.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah. No, it was good. Thank you, everyone who came down. It was a great night. Had a lot of fun. We had the amazing Tom Ward closing, doing some new stuff. It's amazing, really good.
Wow, 2 Toms on one night. They got what they paid for that.
Exactly, which is not a lot. So
yeah, that's how we keep it that way.
Yeah.
So that's good. But yeah, how's your week been? I didn't even catch up with you in the Patreon episode. And the Patreon, apologies, because I've heard there's been no Patreon.
No, there's been no. I didn't want to do a solo. I didn't want to just do a solo rant.
I want to do a solo rant.
I don't have it in me, Ali. You love to do a solo rant. He's to be honest, Ali's been angling this podcast just to be him solo ranting for 3 years now.
I do an hour of solo ranting every day, every morning. You know how people do the morning pages and stuff, the creativity.
Yeah.
I do a rant.
Yeah.
And it gets very weird. Quite biblical, weirdly. But
see him at Speaker's Corner every week. Guys. Get down there.
But I go like 4 a.m. That's when no one's there. If they want to hear what I have to say, they should work for it.
Yeah.
Not be fucking tourists from Venezuela walking through being like, what's going on?
During the lockdown, I think I definitely did hear of some stand-ups going to Speaker's Corner and just doing a bit of stand-up.
Stand-up's been going to Speaker's Corner for days, right? And the people who go there are the same people who barred me from their comedy club.
Okay.
You know about this.
Oh no, I don't.
I've been barred from a comedy club for speaking on this podcast about
I
how
do.
It's not good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
And that club is the LA Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Hey, snort that. No, I won't say what it is, but they are the ones who go to Speaker's Corner. Don't want to get barred. Get barred thrice.
How was your wellness retreat?
And Tom, it's a lovely way to put crying in the cupboard, but it's well, you do you not see a healthy glow about me?
I mean, there's always a healthy glow about you, but
not healthy, more sort of nuclear waste glow.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grey tinge as opposed to a glow, but whatever.
Grey tinge. Thank you very much. That's the name of my band. We play ska. So yeah, I have been massaged.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really painful.
Oh, you got a massage?
I got an intense massage.
Okay.
A super intense one.
What, you opted for that, or was that, or you just said fucking give it to me, or you got really dark with her and was like, that was the intense.
There's no massage parlour in the place.
Okay.
My mum gave it to me. Please, mum. So you get one free treatment with the stay.
Okay.
This was for my sister's 30th birthday, by the way. So she said, my parents were like, what do you want? And she went, well, let's go away somewhere. And we went to like a spa hotel.
Right.
She
didn't want you to come, but you're like, well, I'm coming.
I booked my own room. I found out when they were going. I got out of them.
It was just her and her boyfriend, but you're like, guys, I'm here.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so that was the massage. It was a couple's massage, but the boyfriend had to watch.
That's why it's so intense.
Strange, intense emotionally.
Yeah.
But so she basically, it's the slowest I've ever been beaten the shit out of. Is what happened. And this lovely lady called Saskia.
Right.
Just basically, she told me like, what are you comfy wearing? I was wearing swimming trunks at the time.
Yep.
I've been for a dip.
Okay. Showed in sopping wet. You're like, where do I sit, Saskia?
I came straight out of the slide.
Yeah.
The massage.
Took my armbands off.
I got the rubber dinghy, threw it away, threw it back on the conveyor, and then went to my massage.
Okay.
Now I was in a dressing gown, a robe,
Yeah.
and some shorts, and so I had to pull my shorts up and undo the lace.
Right. Oh. Okay. I don't like it.
And
already.
then so then she went, okay, is this all right in here? You know, they got fucking birds chirping and shit. you know how it is, lads. Yeah. You know how it is, lads.
Yeah,
fucking birds chirp. Yeah. You know when you're getting your fucking manly massage, fucking.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's all lovely, thank you. And then she might as well have used like tomfers on me or something. Like she just started bang,
giving it, yeah,
bang, elbow. It was like getting beaten up by The Rock in Raw in like the Attitude Era. And
he's just whistling the John Cena theme tune.
She was like amping everyone up. But I felt like it was useful, so I was trying to bear it. And then I was going, oh.
Did you actually turn around and say that's too much?
So she said at first, she was like, how's that pressure? I was like, it's fine. I was like, I don't want to say to her, can you stop being mean to me?
Yeah.
And I thought if she goes harder, it'll be better for me.
Mm.
So I said, that's fine. She then continued, and I was going like,
Oh.
and then she started, when I was doing those sounds, she was going like, sorry.
Oh, maybe it was like her first day.
No, I don't know. But then after a couple, I think it just spurred her on. She just started going harder.
Got into it.
Also, she went straight to my bum.
Right. Okay. Fair.
She just went hands deep under my trunks.
Wow.
Just on the cheeks.
Plowed through that forest that I assume is between your cheeks. And
I'm a Veet man, let me tell you.
Okay.
And there are good other creams out there. Yeah. Any cream you
reasonable
want.
brands.
Yeah. But no, I'm not.
You Veet every.
She didn't finger my bum.
Oh, okay, good.
I will say.
Sorry, just you Veet the whole.
I don't Veet my bum hole.
Okay. Well, that's what I asked. You know, it's all right if you do. That's fine.
But I thought you were talking about to get there, like down the back.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were like werewolf man.
No, yeah, okay. Well,
that's what women mean when they like say, I like running my fingers through his hair. It's sort of going down his back.
Yeah, it's like a dog, really. It's sort of a.
Yeah. Then she got a shaver. She started shearing me. Awful. She went straight on my bum, and it was so intimate. And you know, I haven't had. I don't sound like a prude.
Yeah.
But I haven't had someone really get
between your cheeks in a while.
Get between your cheeks in a long time.
Okay.
A long time. It's been a while. Yeah. So I was sort of aghast.
Okay.
I would say.
But you were into you.
And I think I was sort of hating the experience whilst at the same time I think I was in love with her.
Oh, okay.
So
you strike me as someone who would get a massage, then sort of follow the masseuse home. That's the kind of vibe you give off. Home.
I'll just say to her, "Was that the most amazing hour you ever had in your life?" And she's like, "I do this literally all day, every day." Okay, yeah, same. And then walk out and then fart. But yeah, so that was the massage. But otherwise, it was really nice. Me and my dad's 68, right? We signed up for this class called Core Rotational.
Okay.
What do you think that is?
Some kind of balancing core strength class.
Maybe like sit-ups on the mat and stuff like
something
that?
like that, yeah.
It was ropes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 68-year-old dad on the ropes. Fucking hell.
So they had this Eastern European dude who was so hench. He was little. He was like warrior. He was hench. He was like 5'8", huge arms. Just walking around. And my dad's called Tony. And then he was like to us, "Okay, you've done this before." And we were like, "No, we thought we were going to do some like sit-ups." And he was like, "Okay, happened last week. People came. They thought that. Not the same. Okay, so what do you..." And then he started explaining it. And it was one of those ones where he just finished and goes, "Okay." And I'm like, I fucking have no idea what...
You're up now, mate.
Yeah. So I was just trying to take it as easy as possible. My dad, bless him, he has no coordination. So he was like going in as hard as possible on all the ones. So you just hear, and then we got 1, 2, Tony. my dad's like got ropes around him, blowing out. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to do that, and just lovely to be away. I had my phone off. Well, no internet for 2 days.
Wow.
48 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to know what 2 days is in hours.
Fair.
Well,
that's good.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever done a digital detox?
Oh, no, never would do that. That's not for me, mate.
Yeah. Too much blowing up on the Abercrombie & Fitch forums.
Mate, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've got places to be. People say,
all these drain pipes, like literally baggy jeans. Because I mean, like, I've got so much room in here.
Yeah. I think the only period of this week where I actually had to do another trip to Moorfields Eye Hospital this week. This is
a dream.
I know, absolute dream. Went to Specsavers.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Told me I have some fluid in the back of my eye. The woman, told me she was like, oh, we normally only see this in people aged 50 plus. I was like, good start, thanks. And then she was like,
39.
Yeah, I know. And then she was like, well, you better get down to Moorfields. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, here we go.
Down to Moorfields.
Now, I've actually been to Moorfields quite a lot. They know me in there.
Why?
We're a pretty big deal because I've got a rare eye disease called episcleritis. We have actually spoken about this a few times on the podcast.
I never listened to this podcast.
I know. You never listened to it. It's okay. So anyway, rocked up. They know me, whatever. Had a 2 hour
like,
stay.
Tim! You were like, sure, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. And
this way, Tim. Come the wrong way.
Yeah, I had to sit through 2 hours of having my eyes poked and prodded for them to tell me that it will probably sort itself out.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I hate that. Stuff going in the eyes.
Oh, it's not good.
How do they know they had fluid? Is it painful?
No, they do like a scan of the back of your eyes so they can see. And then, but what they have to do is they have to put these drops in your eyes. This is the difficult bit. If anyone has to ever go to Moorfields to have an eye scan, they have to put these drops in your eyes that dilate your pupils. So you just look like you're absolutely fucked.
You're buzzing.
Like, you're buzzing out your mind. And you can't read anything as well because your pupils get so dilated from it. So on the way back, everyone just thinks you're absolutely having a big one.
Jokes on them.
Yeah, jokes on them. Actually, at Moorfields Eye Hospital.
Drop before I went in. Why did I go there so much? Maybe they've got the best drugs in the hospital, obviously. Did I ever tell you about when I went to London Bridge Hospital because I thought I had syphilis? during it just reminded me of that during a work day.
You thought you had syphilis? Right. Who had you been with the night before? The thing you have syphilis?
I hadn't had sex. This was what was the worst.
Oh, you thought you had? Why did you go then?
Well, mate, okay, maybe I'd had sex like a month ago. I hadn't had. It wasn't like I'd had sex that week.
That would make sense. Like, I guess that's probably when it would come on.
So anyway, right. I wake up.
Right.
There's a spot on my dick. That's not good, is it?
No.
And I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm very worried because I'm like, this is fucking
syphilis.
And my dick's gonna fall off.
Yeah.
My knob is gone.
Yeah. And to be honest, this is what I mean. How long ago is this?
This was this morning.
No. I just came from the
hospital. And they said, it's not syphilis, it's something worse. And I was like, as long as it's not syphilis, I'll see you guys later.
It's herpes. And you were like, no, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
Cares.
There you go.
Podcast to record for the listener. So I was like, shit, right. So I immediately went to, this was when I was living in Vauxhall. So this was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I was living in Vauxhall and I went to the local clinic there and was like, I'm going to level with you.
I've got syphilis. You don't even need to look at it. Just give me the drugs.
I've got something's up with my peen. There's two ways about it. Something's going on, right?
Right. So I'm sure that I've got to do an examination. Got to go.
So I was like,
wait, did you just rock up at the hospital like accident emergency?
It was a walk-in clinic. It was a walk-in clinic.
Okay, good. You weren't wasting people's time.
Right. I forget actually. Maybe I'd booked it in the morning. Maybe I'd spotted it the night before and got because I was still supposed to go to work. Right. I hadn't told them.
You can't really email work and be like, listen, lads. I've got a spot on my penis and I'm pretty confident syphilis.
Marketing shagger over here. Is that a problem again? Unfortunately.
I'm just letting all the people I've slept with know.
So anyway, I go in. The dude there. I'm like, look, you've seen it all. I'm going to get it out. And he was like, oh, the problem is it's shrunk. I was like, no, that's normal size. And he went, so I thought, I didn't think it was syphilis at the time. I thought it was genital warts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
This makes sense, right? Genital warts. And I was like...
You'd have to get them frozen off.
I was like, fuck, I've got genital warts. Yeah. And I said to him, I think I've got genital warts. He looked at it and he was like, it could be genital warts. Where it is, it could be syphilis.
Fucking hell.
And I was like...
You know what, though? I feel like syphilis you can cure with antibiotics.
So this is where my mind goes next. So he goes, you need to get this checked out at the London Bridge, the STI clinic there, right? Because I'm just a generalist. I don't know exactly what this is, but it should be checked out.
You're just sending photos to your mates, being like, what do you reckon, boys?
I sent a photo
Mum, be honest, come on.
To the work emails, the opposite one. Sorry, can't come in. You can see why. So then I go home and it's like 9 and I should be in the office. So I'm like, fuck. So I message work and I'm like, look, I've got a problem. I had a problem breaking my ankle before. Yeah. So I was like, it's flamed up and something's up and I need to go to the doctors. And they were like, okay, fine. Are you all right to come in this afternoon? I was like, yeah, sure, should be. And so I just spun that and they were like, they got my laptop like couriered over to me because they're like, if you're not coming in the afternoon, you can work from home. That's fine. So I was like, all right, okay. So then I was like explaining to them, I was making stuff up to them, but I was at home being like, what would I rather have? Syphilis or genital warts?
I think
Where would your mind go?
Well, because syphilis you can cure. Both you're faced with the dilemma of like, you're going to have to buy the burner phone, text everyone you slept with, then throw it in the river. You know, that's just, you've got to do that.
I got time to text 2 people.
Yeah, you just
busy.
You know, group text out, guys, look, it's syphilis. Sorry.
List.
In the river.
Facebook update.
On with your life. Yeah.
Update the MySpace. Get on with your life. Yeah. So I thought I'd rather have syphilis because all those syphilis seasonal severe, I was like, genital warts don't go away.
Yeah, that's lifetime.
So I was like, I'm going to have to marry someone with genital warts.
You have to go on
I'm gonna have to
wart dating.
Wart dating. I'm going to have to go on water. Whatever it is, you know. I'm going to have to go on water.
That's probably quite a neat, I'll be interesting. I would, yeah, okay.
Well, that's how I met my now girlfriend. So
we met on a wart dating website.
You ever heard of wart dating? It's like eHarmony Festival.
There are STI dating apps.
No, but I think they're mainly for people who are HIV positive. I thought. I don't think it's.
Assume so. But herpes as well.
Herpes as well.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Herpes. That just sounds like an app anyway. Have you downloaded Herpes?
It's great.
delivers your results. Anyway, so so then I went to the specialist, right? And you know what it's like when you're there. Suddenly you're like, I've got AIDS. I've got full blown AIDS. And then went in, and the guy looked at it and he's like, that's not good. And I was like, fucking hell. Yeah. And he was like, I'm just going to get my colleague.
Okay. Couple in.
Old bloke is the first guy I see me. I'm like, fine. Of course, the colleague is a stunning woman. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's looking at it. I'm like, stop laughing. And she looks at it and goes, yeah, no, I don't think... And I was like, just tell me how long I've got to live. Just tell me. They were like...
Murmuring,
comparing. They were like, I think this is a bacterial infection. I went, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, it's just like a spot you get on your face. And you've just got it on your pick.
That's it.
And I was like, so it's not
syphilis. Your penis is still gross, but you know what? That's
syphilis.
Great.
It's not syphilis. And they were like, no. And I was like, I remember I put my hands in the air. I was trousers off. I was just in the bed going, yay!
No syphilis.
And I told work I had to go for an x-ray on my ankle.
They were like, we need to do further tests. You're like, nah, good enough for me. Good enough for me.
I skipped to the next day. How's the ankle? I'm like, what? Ow. Very bad. But yeah, all good. So
no syphilis.
That's the only. I was just more feels reminds me. Good London Bridge Hospital because I've never been there apart from for that. But good times, exciting.
Yeah, good syphilis.
Because I was genuinely thinking I'm going to be genital warts Sally now.
Think of the Edinburgh show though. You know, that's so much.
What about it?
Yeah.
That's
going on.
I'm talking about. It's me like this.
yeah, just hands over the genitals. Yeah.
That is my post anyway, to be fair. But yes, so thank you very much for listening. That's it's good to update, good to catch up.
Good to catch up on both our lives. There we go. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to news. First topic, let's talk fuel shortages. Boris Johnson said the problem is easing, yet reports say that they're not easing, and apparently like half of petrol stations have run dry. So conflicting reports going on. How do you feel about this?
Well, I'm looking forward to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
What my main feeling is that we've already, for me, it's already gone past the point of the dystopias now. Real. Dystopia's real. Everything's burning. There's no fuel.
Yeah.
We all live in digital worlds. So now it's how much can we lean in?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking sort of what sort of clothes should I wear for the apocalypse?
Multi-purpose.
Leather.
Flame retardant.
I've got a leather collar now.
Yeah.
Because you missed that when I was talking about the sex party.
Yeah.
So I could...
You've got something.
This episode really paints me in quite a poor light, but I've got the collar I could wear. But yeah, I mean, it's dreadful. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. Scotland apparently are fine.
Scotland are fine. That's interesting.
This is what I've been told.
What I find most interesting about like the lack of HGV drivers, which is I believe the problem, okay, and it's a supply chain issue to do with Brexit and lack of drivers. What I find the most interesting is that at school they were like, you need to fucking work hard and like become like a doctor or a lawyer. But in hindsight, we should have all just become vegetable pickers because you get paid more than being a doctor right now. So
vegetable pickers and lorry drivers.
Yeah, and lorry drivers.
What do you want to do with your life?
Yeah,
spend your days just driving lorries around the UK.
Well, they'll pay you 80 grand. So
while everyone cheers you and claps you and says you're saving the nation, that's awful. Why don't you work in digital marketing?
Yeah.
Like a real job.
Why don't you be a lawyer? You know, why don't you do that? They won't pay you.
Help businesses. You know, do good.
Yeah. That's where we're at now, guys. Should have just don't listen to your teachers. Just
so it's a Brexit thing.
It's a supply chain. It's to do
with supply chain.
No, but it's like lack of drivers, and that's like Brexit as well.
Oh, because as well, that's what my dad was telling me. Because there's been no one taking driving tests as well for a while.
Yeah.
Because of COVID and stuff, they just stopped driving lessons and driving and stuff.
All driving, everything related.
So there's fewer lorry drivers coming through the academy, the lorry driving, the school of lorry driving.
Yeah.
If you are to be a lorry driver, you must adhere to these rules.
I think it's.
You don't have a car, do you?
No. Do you have? No. Who has a car in London?
Who has a car in London, mate?
No one. I've got an e-scooter. Actually,
yeah. Now they don't look so silly, do they?
Yeah, they're true. Actually, you look.
Yeah, I saw a family of 6 going on an e-scooter down CGI Fridays.
Dog under the arm. Some chickens on the back.
Yeah. So bike on the top. I thought, why don't you just ride the bike? Weird. But yeah, I think maybe we should start an e-scooter gang.
Yeah, I feel like the time is nigh for the electric car to really take the grip of the nation. I think I mean the scenes at petrol stations. Obviously, if you're one of the dickheads filling up milk bottles and like bins and stuff, like you're a knobhead. Please don't do that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Or worse, people who are just spraying it out, just having a party like sort of Zoolander style. Those twats. I tell you, I sincerely hope you're doing okay. If you're stranded, give us a message. Tom will pop over on his skateboard and deliver any sort of goods you need from the Whole Foods.
Yeah, exactly. It is where I live.
Near him. And you have to sort of be within about a 6-minute journey.
Otherwise, I'm not doing it.
Otherwise, come on, mate, don't take the piss. But also give us a message if you do want to join our e-scooter gang, because I think we could have some real skates on that one. Yeah,
we need a sort of like heavy set angry guy for the gang. I feel like we're missing that.
Oh, we got Mooch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually,
he's a sweetheart though. He's not.
Yeah, we need an enforcer. We need an enforcer in our bike gang at e-scooter.
What's wrong with me, the enforcer?
No, you're not.
I'm scary.
No, I mean
people wouldn't want to mess with me.
Well,
they'd be like,
got syphilis.
I got your spotted dick, mate, and not the pudding. If you know what I mean. So I mean that would go well. Well, we need an enforcer. We need someone with a knife.
Yeah,
again,
a knife guy.
Switchblade, switchy.
Yeah,
he could be in there. We could just see next Tuesday at AIDIF.
What would we do in an e-scooter gang that'd be different to like a sort of Harley Davidson drug gang?
There'd be a lot more LSD taking
vapes. I guess we could some kind of vape ring. Yeah.
The underground vape trade.
Yeah. we did. Obviously, it's all Bitcoin. Everything is being sold in Bitcoin in our bike e-scooter gang.
We're like, we didn't get your payment of Ethereum this week.
You're going down.
You're going down.
And by down, we're sort of like cracking their e-wallet or something.
Yeah. We hack their Instagram.
Yeah. That's what negative feedback on their podcast. Yeah. That's what's coming.
Yeah, we made loads of promoted posts for Vauxhall for AIDIF Tuesdays at Vauxhall Comedy Club. We do loads of promoted stuff on their account. Yeah. And they can't get that money back. It wasn't us.
You got done, mate. You got done.
So I hope you're doing all right with fuel shortages. On the drive that we had to this bar and back, my life's very difficult. They were all out apart from Morrison's. Morrison's at Apex Corner. If you're looking for Sterling Corner, Morrison's little tip for you.
Oh, inside knowledge.
The latest info.
It's like traffic updates. On the radio, they'd be like, there's been a crash on the M25. There's to back up. So it's just like there's a bit of fuel in Morrison's. So if you get down there now,
it's spilt. It's spilt. But But if you lick it,
if you get a big straw, right, you can sort of hoover some of that up.
Yeah. Sort of like a breast pump.
So that people apparently have been resorting to crime. People have been stealing. Doing the old hose pipe in the bucket.
Where do people have to go?
What do you mean that? I don't know. I guess you know what
stuff is going on.
Yeah, if you rely on your car for your job, I think completely do what you do to get the fuel. But if you don't, you're just being a knobhead.
I've seen people filling up their, their second Volvo estate. I'm like, come on, Giles.
I actually have to go to bloody Oxford on the weekend, so let's calm down.
Exactly, yeah. What happens if we're stranded on the hike? Yeah. So have a think about that. In other news, what is there? What should we talk about first? I mean, there's so many to talk about. Should we talk about furlough ending?
Furlough's over, guys, as well, to add to the dystopian nature of this country.
No help, no fuel.
No fuel, sort of.
No lockdown, still coronavirus.
Still lots of corona. Corona actually going upswing quite a lot.
Stop focusing on the negatives, mate.
Yeah, boring.
Coronavirus, never been healthier. Invest in COVID.
Yeah.
So furloughs ended, so you won't be getting any help from Rishi and the gang.
Nope,
anymore. But who is still needing furlough at this point?
Quite a lot of people.
Really?
Around 1.1 million, apparently.
Quite a few then.
Yeah.
Well, they should start doing podcasts.
That's all you've got for now.
I don't need any furlough. I'll put this with my own two hands.
Yeah, government said this was an exciting time, and you could now maybe invest your time in other opportunities or seek out other opportunities.
Yeah. Try homelessness.
Yeah, it's huge. It's been around for millennia.
Yeah. At least, this to me sounds like there's not going to be another lockdown.
Do you think?
Because if they had another lockdown, then furlough would have to come back in some way.
That's true, but I still think there definitely will be another lockdown at some point during the winter. I bet just
the winter,
a little one, a little month somewhere.
2 day,
yeah, a little
2 day bender.
Extended weekend where you still have to work. It's coming. I can just feel it.
You reckon?
I don't know. I mean, maybe the vaccine will hold, but let's find out. We'll know by November. I would have thought.
People getting their boosters. Are you going to get a booster?
I don't think it'll be offered to us.
Well, you got the fluid in the eye.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, and I'm just like,
fluid eye here, walking up like
mad eye, fluid
trying
eye.
to spell your name, and it goes all crazy, and they're like, just get him something, man. Just get him something. And you can chill him down. But I think this is another stage. I mean, we've had furlough since March 2020. 18 months.
Yeah, it's a lot of furlough. There's a lot of people.
They'll be like, Grandad,
if you've been on furlough for 18 months, that is insane. I feel like some people came off and back on, but if you've just had 18 months of straight furlough, fair play.
Dude, fair play. Waking up tomorrow having his tea. What? Yeah. Stopping it. What? I thought that was just going to be things from now on.
I haven't had a job in almost 2 years.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to go back to lorry driving. Oh, yeah, they're right. Yeah, okay. That's 18 months of furlough. 18
months of furlough is absolutely wild. If you've done that.
I don't even know what you'd have to do. What would be your job? Spitting in mouths?
Yeah, I'd maybe restaurant something, or I
don't know. It feels like COVID. Everyone's getting on with it now in London, at least. I don't know. What else. I was in Manchester recently. No one's wearing masks on the trams in Manchester, even though apparently you're supposed to.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I don't care.
I mean, I've got COVID right now. It doesn't stop me from.
I'm still here, still doing my job, because that's what the government wants. You still do your bloody job and you show up.
We're recording this live from the back of a lorry. Going around the UK. I mean, it could well be. And in other news, furlough ended. I hope you're doing well. Britney Spears
is free, finally.
Well, she's still going to have so she's free from her dad as the conservator.
Yeah.
And she's going to have a new conservator, but she gets to pick them.
Okay. Let's hope she picks well. That's all I'll say. Hope she picks a good one.
She picks...
Be a real curveball. She picks someone shit. I'm going to give to my dog.
I was thinking darker. I was like, I think Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's not funny. So, Phoebe's she's looked very disappointed.
Yeah, producer Phoebe's
has looked quite. What's the sort of word for that face? Just sort of appalled. I would say appalled at what she's been seeing. But it's not for her. It's for the listeners who love the Bill Cosby shit.
Conservator that you could possibly pick in the world. I would say
Skeletor.
Real.
What real?
Yeah,
one?
real.
I was going like,
who's going to be least responsible with?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, he's probably not a bad shout.
I think if you gave it to a child, that would be weird.
Yeah.
But there's so many bad.
Arteta would do a pretty bad job, I reckon.
Who?
Mikel Arteta.
Oh, Evie, get involved.
What? I mean, I think he's actually doing a pretty good job of steering. Dropped 3 points and actually he's doing all right.
We went from 8th to 8th, mate. Progress. Trust the process.
Did win a trophy though. Nothing that PE teacher has done
in the first 6 months, and then didn't win any when he had a full season. So yeah, make your own decision.
Third full season, is he going to win anything? That's fine.
Doing a pretty good job by my book. Anyway, enough of the. And actually, that's what Phoebe's looked the most appalled at, is that little digression there.
Don't worry, that'll get cut. Don't worry about it.
The fuck was that shit, man? Go back to the Bill Cosby jokes. Jesus, give people what they want. So a bad conservator. Who would you pick as your conservator?
If I had to pick, absolutely not you. You would be the worst conservator ever.
What's wrong with me? I'd get you to bed in time.
Yeah.
8 hours, Thomas. 8 hours.
Nah, you'd be weird.
Wake up at 6:30, 10:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. Okay. Get up, do morning stretches, the morning rant.
Yeah, that's it. I'd have to listen to your rants as well if you were my conservator.
I'll train you to be a lorry driver.
No,
I'd make you a lorry driver.
Not. But I did remember reading a story about Lady Gaga and her PA sued her because she was making her, when she went to bed, she made her PA get into bed with her and like give her a cuddle. Because she couldn't sleep unless her PA was.
Couldn't she literally get anyone in the world to go do that with her? Why did she get a PA? Like, can't she have a relationship?
Yeah, no. Apparently, she just wanted like someone she was paying to always do it and like not speak to her, but just cuddle.
Perverted. Yeah. That's the most perverted thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. One night cuddle.
Not for me.
But I had that conversation with my friend. She was saying to me, not that I want the sex even part of it. I just like miss having a cuddle.
Absolutely, I couldn't do that. I don't sleep like that. You sleep like that at the beginning of a relationship, and now sort of facing each other or cuddling, and now I just sleep
separate
ass
beds.
to ass, and that is it. That is the only. You can have a bit of butt touching, but nothing else.
Ooh, you touch butts! Oh my god! Shut up! This must be a PG. I'm very much like I like a bit of cuddling, and then it's time to sleep.
Oh.
I can't fall asleep. In
no,
the
I don't
position.
even.
Are you kidding me?
I do not even bother with the cuddling. Absolutely not.
That's weird from you.
No.
I always felt you were so emotionally warm and friendly.
Absolutely not. It's good night, butt to butt. Good night.
Good night. Your room's just down there.
You'll be in the East Wing this evening.
Yeah.
Breakfast is at 7. I will see you there.
Yeah, no, I won't be there. You have breakfast in that quarters. I'm out early tomorrow. No, that's why I like a bit of cuddling. But look, I hope she finds a good new conservator and good riddance to her mean old dad.
Yeah, to her bad dad.
Bad dad.
Go in the Celebrity Bad Dad Museum from Atlanta.
Yeah. You go there. Also, there's more news coming out. Literally today, James Bond, the film.
James Bond, the film, the film, as opposed to the book
book, or the podcast series.
Yeah.
James Bond, the motion picture, is out.
It's out, ladies and
finally,
gentlemen.
After over a year.
Yeah, over 18 months. Yeah.
Was it supposed to be out?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what he's going to do? He's going to shoot and jump.
Be James. Just a quick question before we talk about who's your next James Bond?
Bill Cosby. No, I can't. That's not. This will get cut.
He's got a license.
License to Phil.
Yeah.
He's anyway. So no, I'm actually talking about my friend William Cosby. Very nice bloke. But he's
an author from Cambridgeshire.
Yeah, he's all perfect. But anyway, who do I think should be the next Jimmy Bond?
Yeah.
I'm looking at him.
Oh. What do you like? You know what? I would make a fantastic James Bond, but
you couldn't sign the checks at the fucking bar.
They wouldn't let me because of my calves. That's what they said. That was genuinely. I put myself forward to the producer, and she just said, "Look, James Bond, got to be good over 100 meters. Those calves are not taking you anywhere."
James Bond. What everyone say about James Bond? Dench thighs.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says about James. First thing everyone says, James Bond, dench thighs.
Smooth operator.
I gotta say, I don't really know / don't really care. I'm not a huge fan of Bond. I like Bond. I feel like British people fucking love Bond. They all go, "You haven't seen you fucking Bond film?" He fucking shoots. It's like, I'll watch it. Man. But I feel like there's this great British thing you've got to do to watch James Bond. I like cinema, and I've enjoyed some of the films Daniel Craig done. I think he's good.
It was interesting, and I think this will be a good film, but it was interesting seeing the British reviews compared to foreign countries' reviews of the film. So every British news outlet was like, 5 stars, best thing ever made, and other outlets were
saves cinema.
Yeah, other outlets were like, yeah, it's good, but not, it's all right.
It's a decent film.
Yeah.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Ooh. Mate, I've got a ticket. I'm going this evening, aren't I? So
I'll meet you there. What time?
no, absolutely.
I'm actually gigging because I take this profession seriously.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't go to a midnight screening last night.
I went to a midnight screening with Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's when I had the spot on my dick. Trying to cheer myself up. No, that was excellent. I love midnight screening.
I went to an early screening of Force Awakens. I had a friend, he got me a ticket because he works in the biz.
Mate.
Yeah. But I didn't realise it was for hardcore fans who had won a competition.
Oh, what, the early screening of Force Awakens?
Yeah.
The first Star Wars film to come out for like 15 years.
No, it was
weird.
like industry people. Anyway, got in. As it came, we got in a bit late, right? Everyone was sat down already, so it was dark. Sat down, didn't realise. As Star Wars comes up on the screen, literally 200 lightsabers in the sky, and you could hear the nerd sweat drip down them.
Sounds like one of my work in progress.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What did you do? Did you start blasting?
Yeah. No, I just sung the theme tune.
They look to you. Will you be my princess lady? Well, fair play to them. In my midnight screening, two dudes came in. One was dressed as an Ewok. One was an Imperial Star Trooper, I think they're called, the guard of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then that got a round of applause. And then someone at the back just said, "What a great way to spend your money!"
Great.
And then we watched Star Wars and kept our virginity secure.
Yeah, good.
For
For another year.
Yeah, until the next film. So but I did not go to a midnight screening of it. But look. You know, is Idris Elba's up there? I mean, he'd be fine. I don't really.
Too old now. Too old.
Is he too old?
Yeah, man. He's too old.
Who's the front runner? Who's the
Tom
bookie's
Hardy.
favourite? Tom Hardy.
Apparently
Bane.
so. Yeah. He would be
You can't be Bane and James
he's
Bond.
a safe. Let's face it. He's a safe choice. Apparently, there's chat of Tom Hardy and Christopher Nolan directing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Quite, not to be a height supremacist, but he's quite short, isn't he?
Tom Hardy. Yeah, but Daniel Craig's a little man.
Is he? How
Yeah.
old is Daniel Craig?
He's only like 5'8", 5'9".
I can beat him up.
And James Bond in the books 6'2", 6'3". So
More
I
your
know.
height.
Exactly. If they were actually doing a legit James Bond, let's face it, this guy.
I really want them to go real curve with it.
Oh yeah.
Get like an awful.
The Rock. They just put, get Vin Diesel. It's gonna be
Diesel was James Bond. James Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah. I was going to save the world, but now I'm going to kick your ass.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg runs it. Suddenly it's based in Boston.
Yeah.
The whole film's based in Boston.
Hey, it's James Bond. Say hello to your mother for me.
The whole plot is to stop like one drug ring in Boston. Shouldn't you be saving the world, 00? Nah, I got things to do out here.
Good
what accent that was, but it's something like that. I would like them to go for someone like.
I think there was chat of Henry Goulding as well. He's up there.
Henry Goulding and also Henry Cavill. That's what they said as well.
Henry Cavill and so I heard Dev Patel as well.
I just watched him in The Green Knight. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
film?
I have.
You watched that film? Far too arty for you, surely.
No,
What did you think of it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, solid.
I thought it was alright. It looked good, and it was a bit dull.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Okay.
Fuck you.
I don't know if I'll be honest. I don't know if it's Dev Patel for me. I think I don't know. And maybe if he got really wedge, I just feel like he's just not. You know, he's a bit.
Yeah.
The same way I don't like Tom Hiddleston. Too weedy.
Okay.
Too weedy.
Well,
the guy from Bridgerton.
oh, he's. Up
I would
there
need
as
to
well.
possibly see him in something that wasn't Bridgerton.
Shagging.
But you know, he's got the look. He could do it.
I honestly don't know why people care so much.
What about Bond?
Why people are like, how could that be the next Bond? I don't understand why it's such a big deal for people. Like, what are they attached to it?
Has there ever been a Bond that people have just hated?
Yeah, plenty. There's
Really?
dudes who have one film. Imagine having one. That's like having one.
But the only one who had one film, Timothy Dalton, was the only one who got
two. I think he had two.
No,
there's other ones. There's like an Australian dude who came in for one. There's like Bear. There's
All right, mate.
There's a few. There's like Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, who had like a good length of time. But a lot of them,
there's only two
there was
others.
the interim period.
Okay.
Sort of between. If you're a Man United fan, between Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson, there was an interim period of loads of managers, which was sort of going through.
Or between Sir Alex Ferguson and right now, yeah.
And right now, exactly. But they just had anyone who
still in that period.
anyone who fancied it. anyone who fancied it would go and do it.
No.
The only thing I'm interested in, because I have got chest hair, is how much chest hair does James Bond have to have?
All I say
That's why I'm quite interested.
The physique of Bonds have definitely changed with the times because James
used to be all spindly guys.
Yeah. Genuinely, look at Pierce Brosnan in GoldenEye. There's a scene we were watching it the other day. There was a scene where he was like lying in bed. There's not an ounce of muscle on him. So slender, covered in chest hair, proper 90s.
Great.
Yeah.
See, if that's in fashion, then I'm quids in.
You know, they need body positivism in James Bond is what we're after.
Okay. So, final call. Who do you think is going to be?
I think my money's on Tom Hardy.
I'm going to go with Bill Cosby. No, I'm going to go with Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, okay.
Because that would be a big name.
That would be
Tom
big
Hardy
name.
would be a big name as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
But that is the end of the news, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For going through all that bloody news with us. And now we move on to our regular features, one of which is Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way, where we go through a life mare that one of our lovely listeners is happening at the moment. So I'll just get this up, Tom. It's to do with work.
Okay, good.
So here we are. What to do when your colleagues are consistently shit at their jobs? So what...
This sounds like you sent this in.
I sent this... to think, well, what would you do if you were with a co-host who sort of didn't really put the effort in? So what to do? So have you ever been in a position there where you're working? It could be just one person, could be a team, could be whatever. If you're working with people who are shite, right?
I don't know what they're doing.
Don't know what they're doing. What do you do?
I guess you do what you can.
Thanks. All right, that's the end of the podcast. Thanks very much for listening. I hope. Good luck. Good luck with it.
You got it. No, you do what you can to try and improve their performance and teach them. That's the best way. Because the thing is, if it's a whole team, if it's one person, you could get one person removed. But it's a whole team. You're don't want to sack the whole team, are they? So you're stuck with it. So you just got to try and improve your situation. You got to try and improve them, teach them what you know, and try and bring them up to speed. I know it's boring and a pain in the ass, but in the long run, it will make your job easier and better.
Well, this is it. Would you leave the job?
I mean, that's another option. I guess if you could just sack it off if you can't be asked. But if you wanted to stay in your job, if you're planning on staying there, that's your only option. If you want to sack it, you can't be asked to do all that. Yeah, just sack it and go somewhere else. Hope they're not shit there.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone's rubbish at their job, it doesn't bode well. I would look at leaving your job unless you have to do it.
You could be a total piece of shit and just super arrogant as well and just be thinking that everyone's shit at their job. But really, they all think you're shit at your job today.
They've all, I got that from 6 different people.
Yeah.
They all work at Omni Global. Okay, well, so there we go. There's a few points. You've got to grin and bear it. Train them. Improve your situation. How do you go about training them, though?
Well, just show them, try and improve the things that they're shit at. Try and make them less shit at them. Show them, teach them the ropes, teach them the tricks, and then eventually they'll be less shit at it. And then you improve their performance. Things will be easier on you in the long run. It's all good. If you want to leave, just leave and just sack it. It's all right. But there's no way, if it's a full team, you can't get that whole team replaced. So you're out of options.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, then let's do this one as well.
Okay.
So this is quite a short, quite heartfelt one.
Right. I've got syphilis.
Why did my boyfriend leave me when all was well?
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe.
Well, I can solve that in 1 second. All was not well. There you go.
And that has been. Well, let's expand this out then. So say the relationship's broken up and you're not sure why. What should you do? Should you go searching for answers? Should you sweep it under the rug?
Well, you need to accept first of all that all was not well.
All was not well.
All was definitely not well for him. For you, yes. Oh, all was well. You obviously really like this person and all was going great. But something that you were doing or the dynamic between the both of you meant that it was not well for him. Okay. So yes, you can, I guess everyone deserves an explanation. If you've been together for a while, an explanation for why things were not well. It is deserved towards
Would you want to meet up with him? Would you reach out and say, can we?
I don't necessarily need to meet up.
Go to, I don't know.
Maybe an email.
Vodka Revs.
Or like a sort of a tweet, maybe just sort of a list of things.
Go to the gym. Have a conversation at the gym.
Yeah. Over weights and shakes. You just, a bit of explanation is due to you, and then maybe you can take that on board and then apply to your next relationship so you're not in the situation again.
Apply to your next relationship with references.
Apply the information you receive to your next relationship, and then maybe you'll learn from it. It could just be that maybe he's a total piece of shit and whatever.
Maybe he just returned to his wife?
Yeah.
We don't know.
That was what was wrong.
He couldn't have 4 wives.
I knew about 2, but
yeah, and if someone's leaving you, then fuck them, get over it. Okay, well, there's a couple of, I think, problems solved. I think that was it. I think we've got, that was Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way. Thank you very much to everyone who has sent in their problems. And by all means, as well, if you're listening and you've had a problem brought up here on the past, let us know how it's been going since, because we've had some fascinating
stuff.
they never come back and say, thanks for your advice.
No.
It really, it's more like, it's got worse and I hate you both. But you know what? That's why we do it. So now we move on to our final regular section, which is FailMail. This is where we ask you, the listeners, to message in times that you have failed relating around a certain topic. So this week's topic was, what's the worst or funniest thing to happen to you whilst in a car? So we'll go, I'll tell you what, we'll start with the AIDIF Pod. The people who have messaged us, AIDIF Pod, our official Instagram accounts. Thank you very much for doing that. You can follow us at AIDIF Pod if you're not already. Sitting in the middle seat and vomited banana all over my brother, which is grim. Friend brought her Great Dane on a 6-hour car trip. Oh. She fed him McDonald's.
Farting.
He got diarrhea. Even worse.
If a dog shits in a car, it's bad news.
No way.
No.
Is that right?
Vomits as well. and if they vomit.
The dog shits in a car, that's bad news.
Yeah, or just a dog in a car for any longer than 1 hour is generally bad news as well.
Oh, really?
They're going to fart.
Okay, fair. I've got also one longer one which someone sent me, so I'll read this one out and then we'll go on to the shorter ones that you have sent us. Thank you very much, everyone who's sending them in. Okay, this one needs a longer explanation. I used to have to carpool to work in Washington, D.C., and at the time lived in a super sketchy part of town.
Interesting.
I usually stayed in my house until my ride showed up because I was pregnant and scared of getting shot. Which sounds yes, it was that dangerous. It's like Islington, isn't it? it's
rough.
It's really like Tulsa Hill. He drove a red car, and one day I see a red car pull up, and I walk out, open the door, and plop my huge pregnant butt on the seat. Unfortunately, it was not my ride. It was this poor woman who thought she was getting mugged by a pregnant Asian lady. I just looked at her, said whoops, then got right back out. She got the hell out of there after that. So imagine letting yourself into someone else's car.
The classic.
Down.
You know, that's yeah.
What is that? Is that good?
No, that's just I've heard. I had friends at school try and pick up weed and get into the wrong person's car.
Oh really?
Yeah, definitely.
Jesus, and then that person had weed anyway.
Because it's London.
Because it's London. That's what happens down there. I've read the articles.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, have you got any?
Yeah, I've got quite a few. Let out a silent but deadly fart, and the driver yelled, "Sewer gas! Quick, roll up the windows!" And they did. Sewer gas. The guy, it was an outdoor sort of,
and then
fume.
Even worse, because then you're trapped with.
Actually, all you've done is
this gas was coming from inside the car.
Yeah.
A fairly tame one. Guy in car next to me at traffic lights, picking his nose, oblivious to me staring at him. I mean, if you're at the traffic lights, that's your time to do a bit of maintenance.
Yeah. Crashed into a police station. It happened to me in Italy. Police officer was very charming. Oh, that's not so bad.
Sounds like a pornographic situation. My this is strange. My grandma said I look utterly shit after driving her everywhere she wanted for a solid 2 weeks. I don't know what happened after that 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Well, there you go, grandma. Your hips fixed or whatever.
Yeah.
You look utterly shit. By the way.
Disgusting. Singing "Hey Big Spender," not realizing that I hadn't ended my last phone call properly. That's embarrassing.
Okay. Once I didn't want to take the bus back home from the uni, so I called this guy that I knew he had a crush on me and invited him to come to mine. So he picked me up, took me home. Then I said I lived with a very religious girl that didn't like boys in the apartment. That's so brutal.
This is a classic. I think this has definitely happened to me. Getting shouted at when I turned on the interior lights and my dad screaming at me saying it's illegal.
Yeah. That's a classic. That's a classic one. That was a funny TikTok I saw this week. Out for a drive, things got exciting. Got caught by a group of off-road bikers giving a blowjob.
You got caught giving a blow? Fucking hell.
But fair play. That is cool. That's exciting that you've done that. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Quick outfit change in the car before the night out. Got locked out the car with my tits out. So that's not good.
Okay, I've got quite a longer one here. I got pulled over by the police for driving too slowly. Shat myself in the queue of traffic. A66 in a traffic jam / roadworks. No service stations, so I pulled into a side road. I got out and shat everywhere and realised I had nothing to wipe with except disposable masks. I realised the disposable masks weren't an adequate substitute for loo roll.
Jesus.
It kind of smudged it in, but as I was wiping, a farmer started driving towards me. I panicked, pulled my trousers up, and sat in my own shit in a traffic for 2 hours. Sorry, we need to clarify there. The being pulled over was the different story to the...
I was going to say.
Yeah.
And that's your story, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Those disposable masks are not an adequate substitute.
I wouldn't know, but yeah, can you drive?
Can I drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's debatable, you know?
Can anyone drive? I mean, driving is more of a sense, isn't it?
Yeah,
than a skill.
That's how you feel.
Went to a festival with friends, but a flood damaged my friend's car while we were there. Standard.
Mm-hmm.
I used to ride horses, so my car was full of junk from riding when the police stopped me. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was a child passenger in a taxi. Driver ran over a little girl my age at the time. Jesus Christ!
What?
Good God!
That is more. That is
not really a fail, is it?
Yeah, that's worse than that. I shagged my cousin before he got married to a girl.
Oh yeah. That's great. While taking a curve, the door next to me opened, which is bad. A pheasant crashed through my windscreen, smashed into my head, and died at my feet. Fucking hell. Dog farts.
Thank you. They're bad.
30 degrees outside and opening windows is not an option. We were on the highway and the car in front of us lost a wheel. Like the whole wheel went rolling on its own. That is scary. And finally, 2-day road trip with my cat. Someone's doing well. 2 Of course, that sounds lovely. Yeah. 2-day road trip with my cat. At the end, he took a massive shit and I couldn't stop. Enough said.
He had enough of you. He just had enough of you, to be honest. Why are you doing a 2-day road trip with your cat? Where are you going? You're going to see the sights with your cat? Like, what is that?
No. Have you ever been in any scuffles in a car?
I've
not really.
On the way to a festival, was on a coach in Spain and the tyre blew out. That's pretty scary.
Wow, that's scary.
Oh, actually, I was in the Philippines and we had rented a car. None of us had driving licenses because they don't mind that. Yeah. We just gave in our passports and they got us a car. And we were driving and my friend crashed the car because a scorpion was on the window windscreen. Yeah, and he thought it was on the outside, and then we realised it was an inside. He
Jesus Christ! Yeah, fuck that though. You got to take the scorpion down with you.
Yeah, exactly. Kill us all, but also get the scorpion.
Yeah. Have you ever made love in a car?
Have I ever made love in a car?
Or however you do it.
I don't think that's possible. I wouldn't be able to fit the apparatus in, so that's.
The hell, you got a harness?
Yeah, more than just a harness.
You've never done it?
No, pulleys, ropes. Oh, I need all that. So
hold them down.
Where do I put the beanbag? You know, that's the issue.
The beanbag
and the bouncy castle. I need it all.
That sounds fun. I'd like to have. You can't really have sex in a bouncy castle, can you? I mean, bouncy castle's never in a sexy place.
What, a sexy bouncy castle?
Anyway, this has been
okay.
All Ideas.
Thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much for listening. This has been another episode of All Ideas Fail. If you want a second episode every week, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFPod. Tom, what are we going to do this week about the Patreon episode? Well, there won't be one. I'll be honest with you. Okay. There is no Patreon episode this week. However, we will return with a feature-length episode next week, slightly longer to make up for our misdoings. Yeah, sure. I do mine during work hours, so hopefully there'll be nothing on. You haven't got nothing on. You'll be all right. Nah, I'll be all right. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening, and you can come find us Vauxhall Comedy Club every Tuesday. There'll be at least one of us here. I'm sorry I wasn't there this week. Thank you for everyone who has been coming down. It's been great to meet you all, and we love meeting you. And yeah, please, if you have come down to see us, just I don't know, come over and shake our hand. We're more than happy to have a chat. Don't shake my hand. Shake Tom's hand. Yeah, if you'd like to bow to Ali, that's what he would like ideally for you to do. So we'll have a hug. We'll have a hug. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been amazing. This has been AIDIF Pod. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.